Hello, welcome back. I am hopefully live. You would think that this works, and yet I still need to make sure that things are working. And the moment I see that it works, uh, because it takes a little couple of seconds for platforms to catch up, that I am live. And that is true for anyone who is live. Seems to be working. All right. Welcome to Supercharged Fridays. This is the 261st week of live streaming. And more importantly, this is the first, this is not the first. Why did I say that? This is the 5th year anniversary. So I actually did this live stream for fun um, on January 17th, 2020. Back then, what used to happen is you would need to write to LinkedIn and apply and ask for like permission, and they would be very like selective about who they allow to go live on LinkedIn. So it was kind of a big deal at that time. Not anymore. Honestly, nobody cares because now it's, everyone has the ability. Ever since I think LinkedIn went into creator mode, everyone has the ability to do that. But it meant a lot back then, right? And honestly, this was fun. I was like, we'll do this and we'll see how anyone needs help. I've always been into that sort of, um, in Sanskrit, it's called seva. So, service, being of service. How can I be of use? How can I be of help? And I was like, this would be a great way to do that. And I didn't think I'd be doing this for 5 years, let alone not missing a single Friday. I am not that consistent with anything. So, why was I consistent here? That is something I want to talk about just for the next couple of minutes. And then, of course, if you're watching and if you have questions, of course, back in the spirit of things, we're going to go back to regular programming. But I just thought I'd take a moment to sort of mark this because it's who cares? Like, I mean, this is not like, oh, I'm so famous, I'm such a superstar. No, I'm not. Just a regular person. Nobody, there are times where like 3 people watching. It's so opposite of like what people, would call these classic influencer types with millions of followers. That's not me at all. But I still wanted to mention something that I think, because I'm always thinking, where's the lesson in this? Where's the lesson in this? And I think there's a lesson here that I want to share with you because I think it might help one person who's watching today. That's always been my thing. One person watching today, maybe this can be helpful. One person watching this today. One person. Okay. So it's always been one person. So if you're watching me, thank you for being here. Time flies. Tempus Fuji. Your Latin is top notch. And we're getting older. Risto, you've been there almost from the beginning. Thank you so much. So Finland is here, freezing Finland, freezing Dallas as well. Good morning, G. Thank you for being here. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad. Appreciate this. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. In the fall of 2020, so it's almost like, 4 coming up to 5 years. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about this for a second because I don't know many of us who do one particular thing every week unless we do it for our family or we do it for our career, right? We do it for something which is kind of like there's a concrete reason. But to show up like this for free, I'm not getting paid for this. Never been paid for this. In fact, I think LinkedIn should be paying me. I'm just gonna say, why am I so like confident about? I'm like, thanks to being live, I know for a fact I've brought people to the platform that normally wouldn't come because, you know, just they weren't the kind to come to LinkedIn regularly. But the live streams helped, right, for them to show up, and they were like they discovered others, and I'm like, that's great. So why am I doing this? And honestly, I don't know a single career coach or a recruiter who's been doing this for 5 years. There are some amazing people out there and they have been blogging for 15, 20 years and they're very regular with that. And that's great. This is different because live streaming means you're coming on camera. Doesn't matter how you're feeling. Doesn't matter if you're feeling crap. It doesn't matter if you've hurt yourself. If you're on holiday, one of your kids is sick. It's New Year's Day. It's Diwali. It's Christmas Day. I mean, that's not a joke. That's not a joke, right? So why did I continue? I don't have to. I don't have to. I still don't. Why did I have to continue? I used to think, this is an interesting insight. I used to think it's because of the whole um, the why, being of service. And yes, I think that's partly it, but that's not the only reason. And I can see that it's glitching again because the comments stopped on the platform. That's why I have my trusty laptop on. Thank you, Sydney. Prabhakaran, thank you. Christine, Kelly, Virginia, oh, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Noel, thank you, Noel. Yes, so Gargi, oh, thank you. Sydney, can you chill? I'm talking to my friends. Sydney, take a chill pill, okay? Sorry about that. She's clearly in the party mood right now. Okay, so I'm just a little also slightly sentimental because I was literally sitting at the same spot of the same dining table in the same part of the house with the same cup. How eerie is that? So cheers, firstly. Cheers to what's thriving. Firstly, I want to say that. If you're watching me and you're like, maybe you're going through a little bit of a phase right now, focus on what's thriving. Could be your health. Could be that you have warmth. It's freezing outside and you have warmth. Could be that you're watching me on the laptop or the phone. That's access. Not everybody has that access. Just focus. Let's focus for a second on what's thriving. Okay. So the question is, oh, I have a question coming in. I promise I'll be getting there. Oh, New York is very cold. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely stay warm. And what makes one continue? And I'll tell you this insight I have. I started with a new mentor recently. And when I say mentor, it sounds like fancy, one-on-one. When I say mentor, it's not always one-on-one, and they don't always know who I am. Maybe I'm learning from them far away and they don't know I exist. In this case, I think he kind of knows I exist because we've interacted in a group. His name is Mani Vaya, and I learned this in a masterclass. So here's what he says, and I'm paraphrasing here because I don't remember the exact details, but when he said it, it kind of clicked for me. He has read a lot of books and he summarized books. He has I think, a website called 2000books.com. And one of the things that was mentioned in a new company that he's recently founded is called Quantum Leap. And he gave examples of how some people were like 100 years ago super duper successful when others were not. And one of the main reasons was that, here's the interesting part, they would proclaim their goal out loud. I have never said anything out loud. I'm going to be doing this. Watch me. In public. Who feels comfortable with that? I don't. I find that very cringe. But this is the only time I've said this. I'm going to be live streaming. I'll be here every Friday without fail. I didn't know I'll be doing this 5 years later, but somehow it stuck. And I think one of the main reasons is this. And every time like there's been an anniversary, like 50th, 100th, 200th, I think I've always shared lessons from live streaming. I don't want to get into that. Those are there in the archives. You go to YouTube and go under the live component, you'll find them all there. I think they're a little bit self-serving, and I don't want to get into that right now. But I think, why is it that I've not been this consistent with anything else? Whether it's eating the right foods, doing yoga, exercise, gratitude practice, journaling, anything. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't. Not this consistent. And the reason I think this has stuck is because I said it out loud. So, coming over to you, is there anything out there that you'd want to do? Think about this, because there are different schools of thought. One school of thought says, put your head down, do the work. Lay low, and keep moving forward. That's great. And that works. The other one says, put it out. It doesn't have to be like to the public, because honestly, they don't know about you and they don't care about you. But it could be with a group of friends, and like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work on making this happen. Because there's something very real when it comes out. Not just writing privately in your journal, but saying it out loud. So this is what I wanted to share, this interesting piece of nugget about what I think about why do this. I mean, I don't have to. right? I mean, it's honestly like a job in itself, because there were so many times I would bring in a guest, all the logistics, arranging, getting prep questions. And in fact, I'm going to be doing that in the next couple of weeks. That takes a lot of time and prep. And for what? It's not like this is sponsored or anything. I'm doing it firstly because I enjoy it. Secondly, because I know it might be help. It might help one person. And thirdly, because I said I would do it. So proclaiming that keeps me honest. So what is it that could keep you honest? Something to think about. Something to think about. Okay, I'm done with my TED talk. Did it make you think? And now back to the original programming, which is the Q&A part. Let's get into that. All right. Just want to make sure that I haven't missed any messages. Thank you. Thank you for your comments and for being here with me. There was a longish question, and I want to make sure that I start with this one. Hi, Mohammed. I have a question about Belgium. I'm going to read this here because it's really very small on my phone right now. I finished my master's at LSM. LSM, I'm guessing, is Louvain School of Management, which is a very good institute. I know it's too far away. I'll do this here. You're just going to have to look at my face, like concentrating a little close to the screen right now, but that's okay. I spent years studying and learned French and Dutch at B2. That's amazing. However, I'm still struggling to find a job. What would you advise me? I'm really tired of dealing with HR people in Belgium. I have followed most of your advice, but I still feel stuck and very lost. My friend Marielle advised me to connect with you. Okay. This is a very good question, Mohammed. Okay. And I think that this might need a little bit more analysis, which would not be fair to do right now because I think it needs a little bit more personalization. So here's what I recommend. Okay. Reach out to me. Send me, connect with me below. Go to this website. Go to this link, superchargeyourself.com/game plan. Okay. And let's find out what's been going on. Okay. There is an application to fill out. Let's see what happens there, because I think may not be able to sort of help you like this because there's so many others watching and it might be very specific advice that is only for you. Okay. And we'll take it from there. All right. But not to keep you waiting, in the meantime, what I would say is that, see, it's not for lack of effort, right? So there could be something going on. Either the roles you're applying to, maybe are they 100, are they good for you? Can you see that you can add value there? Or is it that your resume or your LinkedIn is not doing justice to all the cool things you've done? Or it could be that you're interviewing, but something is not landing with the hiring manager, with the recruiter. Typically tends to be one of these three things. And I think I would get to know a little bit better when I meet you. All right. So yeah, look forward to seeing you. Good luck. Hi, Nimish. They really helped and prepared. Oh my gosh. And you got an offer. I joined my new employer a couple of days ago. This is amazing, Nimish. Congratulations. I'm really happy for you. One good thing that has really good thing that's come out of these live streams. There's I think millions, okay? Millions, because I see the views. There's millions of people who've got a lot of help, haven't paid for anything. So the help is there. The help is there. Of course, I have people in my paid program and that's great, right? But in the meantime, the help, even if you're like, I'm not in a place right now, follow the YouTube channel. People like Nimish have got so much value from it. So well done, Nimish. You did all the work and I'm really happy to be a small part of it. Okay, you got a follow-up question. What is your suggestion to navigate smoothly in my new role? I would say a quick answer, Nimish. You want to have a very sweet balance. Okay. Think of it as like Goldilocks. Not too much, not too little, just right. You want to have a very sweet balance between learning, observing, listening, as well as putting up your hand and participating. You don't want to be that, the wallflower completely. But at the same time, when you're out of your depth and you don't know what's going on, be the wallflower, learn. But in the meantime, if any project comes up and they're looking for volunteers, raise your hand. It's the best way to meet people from your department and other departments, get to know them better, learn more about the subject matter that is at stake, whatever they're talking about, and visibility. Okay, it's the fastest way to do that. A lot of people say, but I don't know enough, I'm new. Yeah, yeah, so what? You learn, and they know that. And then they may say, Nimish, that's a great fit. Or they may say, no, not yet. That's okay. At least they'll remember, oh, well, this person takes initiatives. This would be the quick and dirty one, I would say. So, yeah, good luck with that. Rana Joy, thank you for being here. And Sajid, thank you. Thank you for being a supporter, I think, from the beginning. So, I think you started watching in Feb 2020, if I remember correctly. So, we're actually friends for 5 years, which is kind of cool. And I'm going to go to YouTube for a sec. For someone with 3 years experience, is having a professional summary on a resume a must? I would say yes, Adish, but it's not about the number of years of work experience. It's about that, that section is a quick guide. Like I yesterday got this equipment, exercise equipment, and there was a summary, there was a manual which was this thick, and it's like in 30 languages and blah blah blah. And when you open all the the packaging and all, it's all done. How do they say it on YouTube? Unboxing. Then you literally sitting on the walking mat was a one pager, and it was mostly white space, and it was written very clearly, quick guide. And I was like, that's what I want to read. I don't want to read all the rest, right? So the summary is the quick guide to get to it. Who is this person? What is he about? How can he help? Key skills, key summary. I would say yes. It'll help you. It'll help you get noticed. De rien, Mohammed. Wish you the best. You're very welcome, Nimish. I hope this has been helpful. And yeah, I think if there's nothing else, then yeah, you're welcome. Most welcome. And listen, if you find Supercharged Fridays useful, tell your friends about it. Like, there's nothing to gain. It's completely free. I think the more the merrier. If it's been useful for you, don't keep this as a secret. Okay, sharing is caring. So let them join, whether it's live or on the replay. I always think live is better, just because you get your answers in real time. It's so much nicer than replay. I don't know anybody who looks forward to watching a live stream replay. It's just so different. The vibe is gone. It's totally different. So yeah. Thank you, Dorothy. 5 years, right? 5 years. We had already known each other. Yeah, it goes really quickly. Thank you. All right. Amazing. So, yeah, it's awesome. I'm thrilled that you can be a part of my journey. Stories, some awesome moments, fun stories. I did a little bit of that when I would do. Thanks, Bharat. Firstly, thank you for being here. When I did all the other milestones, this is a lot. This is a lot. What you're saying, it's a lot of work, and not in that mental space. Maybe one day, who knows? Maybe one day there'll be a book. Inshallah. But in the meantime, I think it's all about that particular insight. If you're just catching me, then catch the replay. It talked about this insight about why is this consistent and nothing else. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. And what is the goal in 2025 for Supercharged Fridays? Yeah, thanks for asking. So I would say just show up, continue to show up, and continue to, particularly to people who are like, when I say people, one person, like I'm looking at you right now. One person right now who's feeling like deep inside the career abyss. Really. Because I see all kinds of stages in job search, and I have been there myself. But for the person who's watching right now, you know who you are, right? You're in the belly of the beast. And the idea for Supercharged Fridays is to remind you that you're not alone. and you'll figure this out. Why? Because you figured out other stuff in the past. So if you've done it before, you'll do it again. And this is just a reminder. It's just sort of that invisible guide in a cringy way, holding your hand. This sounds so gross. Just to remind you that you're not alone and you'll get through it. And if there's anything, specific, like to show you the way, the guide, that person who does that, and many times you already know the way. It's just a reminder. That's, I think, going to continue to be the purpose. It's never been anything else. I'm happy about that. It's not changed. Maybe in the future it could change, but for now, this is it. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you for letting me be a part of your career journey. It's been an honor. And I shall see you, as always, at the same time. Um, Same time, same place at Supercharged Fridays. Mark, thank you. Appreciate that very, very much. And take care of yourselves, your health. Protect your loved ones. And yeah, be there. I sound like such a grandma right now. Be there. Be there for each other. Be there for yourself. Okay? Whatever you're going through, don't give up on yourself. And if, like a question that was there before, if you need someone to get a unique point of view, a different point of view, and you think maybe it's time to work with a coach, check out my link, superchargeyourself.com/game plan. This is, like I have said many times before, this is not a sales call, because this is to see where are you today and can I help? Because if I can't help, there's no point talking about this. And I will not sort of take you through the entire process. That's not for me. That's not what this is about. And in fact, in the application itself, I might realize that, you know what, the question you have is very specific. Come to Supercharged Fridays. That's a better use of your time. I won't even like bother you and waste your time and get on a call with you. Or we might find out, I can help. This is what I do. This is how I do it. What do you think? Because I think I believe I can make a difference. If I believe that, I'll tell you right away. And if I believe I can't, I'll tell you right away. Because life's too short, man. Life's too short for BS. So, all right. Appreciate you. Take care of yourself. And I shall see you at the same time next Friday. Bye for now.